What's up, guys? It's your boy James, aka Six8Jay, coming to you on this Wednesday. Super excited. I know I'm an hour behind, guys, but we had to start a little bit late, have some things going on, and I'm going to try to get this done just before 2 o'clock. Keep it under an hour, maybe about 45, 50 minutes at the most. Maybe not even that long, because I have an installer coming in to put up surround sounds and a bunch of other stuff here at our spot. So really excited. Got a lot of great things going on. We got an interesting show. Super excited about the content, what I'm going to be going over, but I'm more excited to look up and see my brother Crypto Tropics in the house with that gold star. Good Lord. Gold star. Crypto Tropics. Anthony Wanner, also a gold star member, but had to restart his account. Shouts out to my brother Anthony Wanner and Ness Forts, one of our day ones. My brother from another mother. He says, I pulled a bruschetta pizza out of the oven. It was an experience that came out delicious. Man, it sounds good, and I wish you could FedEx me a piece right now. Good Lord, like virtual time. I could just bite it and eat nothing. But think about it. Good Lord, let me stop. Guys, we're super excited. Always remember, if you're watching this now or if you pick this up a little bit later, nothing we talk about on this show in the past, currently, or in the future should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. I am not, nor will I ever be, a financial advisor. I'm just here documenting my journey in the evolution of money. My name is James, aka Six8Jay. Been around crypto since 2017, and I'm super excited to be sharing these amazing, life-altering moments with my family, the Crypto for Life family to be exact. Guys, let's get right into it. Bitcoin, crypto, what's going on? Market cap right now, $1.43 trillion, back up as Bitcoin has had a bit of a surge after going down to what, like 35? Good Lord. It's at 37,527 now. What's happening? I can tell you what's happening. A lot of people's shorts just got wrecked. Good Lord. Ethereum right now is at back over $2,000 at 2,041. We got BNB at 64. Good Lord. That kind of moved on me. At 251.82. We got XRP at 64 cents. Solana at 66.29. We've got ADA coming in at 37 cents. Dogecoin still sitting at that 7-cent mark. Chainlink, don't you dare sleep on it. It's at 15.10. Good Lord. Matic is at 91 cents. Almost back at $1. You got to love it. Polkadot, oh my gosh, 561. We've got LTC at 73.41. We've got Shiba at 5 zeros and an 8. We got OKB coming in at 59.93. Atom 9.56. Stellar, which is XLM, that amazing coin that we all love so much. Don't love anything, but just saying, a big fan of it. It's at 12 cents right now. We're at Uniswap right now at 5.35. We got Kronos. That is the story. Crow, if you didn't know, still up 26.9%. Guys, I've been telling you guys, we talked about this when it hit 4 cents, and I said it's if you go back and look at any of my videos, I would always say, Crow, I don't understand how it's sitting at 4 cents. I don't understand how it's sitting at 5 cents. It just shocking. And all of a sudden, what did it do? Triple up almost. But right now it's selling in at, 17% over the last 24 hours. Crow's got a lot of great things going on. I've been having this conversation with a lot of big people around the space. I actually went to this deal yesterday where I was connected with one of my friends who's in the car business, and also some guys who are in like the tech world. They had like almost like a tech innovation type mixer that I went to yesterday with the guy who invited me. And what came off their tongue? Crow. Like, Crow, if you didn't know. I said, I know. I say it all the time. Filecoin right now is at 524. Caspa. Boy, here's another one. If you don't know about Caspa, I'm just saying, Frankie Legend called me the other day. It was at 8 cents. He was going crazy. It's up 24.28% in the last 24 hours, 48.56% over the last week. Caspa is on fire. Good Lord, Caspa came out of nowhere. Now, if you're one of those people that, got into Caspa, let's go back just a year. Not even a year. If you go back just, I guess almost a year. You go back to January. This thing was 005. 005. So you're wondering, and then if you go back, we can even go to, what is this? Just June. It was at 0.1 cents. So, I mean, opportunity, man. This thing's been knocking at the door for a while. Caspa is not playing. You might be playing, but Caspa's not. LDL right now is at 245. We got ICP 474. APT at 770. HBAR coming in at 6 cents. We've got near, let's make it clear, at 170. We got Optimism 184. VChain 2 cents. Arbitrum, that new layer 2, is at 114. INJ coming in at $17, right around 16.95, 17, same thing. MNT is at 45 cents. We've got QNT at 104. The coin formerly known as EGLD, we call it Multiverse X now. It's at 47.02. Top 10, one of the top 10 AI projects out there is called GRT, the graph to be exact. It's at 13 cents. Opportunity, just saying. And you look up at number 50. Just, oh my goodness. It's, one of the biggest jokes ever. I'm sorry, guys. You scam a bunch of people, you wreck lives, and you're still at number 50 because, Gary Gonzo Gilzer, the guy who's supposed to be protecting all of the American citizens around, the U.S., the good cop on the beat. We've got your best interest at heart. He gets on, and out of all the things he could say, he goes, well, if we got some good people running FTT, FTX, it'd be just that. Oh gosh, it'd be swell. Maybe I got some interest in it. Let me stop. It's at 353, up still 150%, 56%, outperforming every other asset. I don't know, something's going on with that. Algo right now is at 14 cents. Flow, if you didn't know, at 69 cents. RNDR at 273. Theta comes in at 96 cents. Stack it up just like Tell Song. We play it here each and every day. Legendary music. If you don't know, you'll hear it today. Stack it up right now. STX is at 64 cents. Phantom is at 32 cents. Sandbox coming in at 43. Remember we were trying to get that 4 for $1? Not no more. Like if you get it for 2 for $1 right now. We got TIA. What the hell is TIA? I think I asked that before. It's up 152%. I guess it's outperforming about the same as right around the same as FTX, FTT. TIA. I don't know what it is. I know I used to call my aunties. Hey TIA, can I get some candy? Let me stop. TIA. Was it? Says TIA, something like that. It's at $6. Don't know where that came from. Maybe have to do a little bit of a dive on it. If anybody get any information, get that over to me and we'll check it out. Karma Carmichael's in the house. Anthony Wanner, my brother. What's up, Anthony Wanner? He says, my crow average is 15 cents. So close. Uh-oh. And Miss J Kills in the house. What's up, Miss J Kills? Queen. My sister Queen is in the house. Guys, I got an interesting show, and yeah, we're going to talk about that in just a while. A lot of you guys. Appreciate you guys. Big Bro Tim's in the house. Nest Force, Crypto Tropic, Anthony Wanner, Queen, love you guys, Karma Carmichael, all you guys. Okay, let's get right into it. Where we at? XTZ, 87 cents. Neo, because of you. Let me stop. 11 cents. I'm sorry, $11.96. We got Kava right now at 82 cents. I haven't seen this one in a while. BitGet token, BGB. Where'd that come out of? XDC right now. Did XDC fall or is it? Okay, down 6 point. What's going? XCC comes out of nowhere though. XCC right now is at 5 cents. We've got Gala right now at 2 cents. Gala might make somebody holler because that's doubled up. Gas, don't you gas me up? That's good Lord. It's at 904. Some of these coins just come out of nowhere. Sue is at 60 cents right now. We've got IOTA, and I'm saying these coins haven't been around, just haven't been in the top 100. IOTA right now is at 19 cents. We've got Curve right now holding its own at 61 cents. We got Pepe. At what is that? 5 zeros and a 1 2? 5 zeros, 1 2. Ordi is another one on fire right now. 86% over the last 7 days. 23.96. GMX. Don't you dare sleep on GMX. What does it stand for? GMX. It's at 53.96. We got Arweave. RAR at 750 right now. We got Lunk. A lot of people still holding that Lunk. Said Lunk is going to set me free. It's at 4 zeros and an 8. I'm not hating on Lunk. Rose right now. That's a Oasis Network is at 7 cents. We've got Compound coming in at number 100 at $57.71. Shouts out to those who are holding Compound. Compound was on fire last bull. Remember that? Good Lord. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Interesting little tweet here. It says Ripple may not pay any sustainable damages as the lawsuit against it by, I think they meant the U.S. SEC gradually ends. That would be interesting. I wonder where they got that from. Did they got like some kind of something backing that up? Good Lord. Doctor knows every morning can. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. So I don't know where they get that from. They may not have to pay anything. I don't know about that. We're gonna talk about it. The thumbnail today, guys, the topic is how I won big helping people. I've been in business my whole adult life for the most part. Since I was in my 20s, started my own business, and throughout that process, found this passion for helping others that stemmed back from the days of, the way I was brought up by my mom and things like that. But that's not what really spun this. You know what spun this topic? What actually made me think about this was you guys. That's right. I look up and I see so many amazing Crypto for Life family members. What's up, Big Watch Dude? My brother, like Big Watch Dude, Anthony Wanner, always showing to support Queen. I know that here in the last, was it like a couple days, and even before that, we've had people like Bullish Kenny G, Hans Loaded, Anthony Wanner, a lot of you guys that have given out membership. You guys have gifted memberships to other people. And that just really does a lot for me, man. Like as I was sitting around, a lot of times I'll get off the show and I go do what I'm gonna do with my wife, and then I start thinking like, what will the topic be for today? And just a lot of love from you guys, man. And I tell you, it really resonates with me. It makes me feel special to be a part of this family. But I see it all the time where people are just giving out, memberships or things like that, or just you could be doing a lot of different things with your time, but you're here, whether it's shouting out saying, hey, hit the like and subscribe, all those things, it just means the world to me. So it made me think to myself, I've been in the helping people business all my life. And I think one of the things that I can tell you is that everything that I've ever done in business became more meaningful when I started helping people with, without looking for anything in return. And I think that's one of the things that I see with you guys. When you guys are out here helping people, you're making your presence felt on X or you're going out making comments and things like that. That's nothing that really benefits you guys. Or for those of you guys who go the extra mile and you're giving out, memberships and you're helping and you're gifting things like that. It really warms my heart, and it makes me think back to, my career and something I learned a long time ago. And that is that people want to know that you care more than they want to know that you know. And I think that's something that even resonates with me and you guys now, is I try to let you guys know how much I care, not because I'm getting paid. This show makes me like really nothing at all. And because, you got to get to a certain status to, it's more family, it's more being able to share the excitement of this space, and my continued pursuit of just helping people the best way I know how, which is sharing my experiences, and again, not financial advice, but just literally continuously doing what I've been doing for so many years. And I remember meeting people along my journey. I did a lot of leadership courses, read a lot of books, but really a lot of courses, a lot of mentorship, a lot of studying other people in the space. And then you got to kind of find your own way. But it's something that my mom told me a long time ago, and that is that you don't do things for others looking for anything in return. And that has just been so rewarding over my life. Whether it's helping people, whether it's things that I've done. They say, hey, well, how'd you do that? I remember when I was in the car business, I would have people come up and say, yo, Jay, how do I do this? And I wouldn't charge them for that. Sometimes that's a good and bad thing, though. So it's like, some things in life I have charged for because, it's warranted. You go out there and you do all the hard work. And because it's kind of like I remember when I was in college and I had some clippers and I got really good at cutting hair. And I would do all these designs. Like I got a notebook and I would design all these, like I would draw the back of heads and side of heads and I would draw designs. And if you come to my house to get a haircut, you could just pick out what you want. But then it got to the point where it became a passion and then it became a burden. But the burden was because nobody wanted to pay, and I was really good. Everybody kept coming back. But so sometimes you got to put a price tag on helping people. And I understand there's a lot of people that do. I'm not saying do things for free, but I'm just saying do things. I guess what I'm trying to explain is that I have had, obviously things and businesses or things that I charge, whether it's for my expertise, whatever the case may be. But I really found a lot of value and a lot of comfort in helping people with asking nothing in return. And there was a situation, another thing that prompted this. I went to go take this car that I had. I don't know if I told you guys while I was down here, I went out and bought this Mercedes because it fits. When we came from Santa Rosa, we had a few cars, and I wanted to get something that fits when people come and visit, that we can get 7 or 8 people in the car. So I went out and bought this Mercedes SUV, the GL 550, so I could fit people in there. And I went down and I was having some things done to it that I wanted to get done. I'm always like, I want to get this done and get all the fluids checked and all this because I bought a pre-owned car. And this guy, I don't think I shared this guy, but the story with you guys, but this guy that was helping me, he said he gave me some. The first day I went down and I spent X amount of dollars to get certain things like the brakes and all. I want to make sure everything was on point, rotors, and I paid so much money. So then he said one other thing I needed to do, and then he was going to order the part. So when I left out, I left him like a nice little tip, it was like a $60-$70 tip. And so he said, hey man, I'm gonna take care of you, because I do that sometimes just to gain favor, so they remember who you are. Like when I get a haircut, if you drop somebody, you know, a $40 tip or a $50 tip, they're like, oh, I'm never gonna forget you. So I did that, and he's like, I'm gonna do all this stuff. So he was very energetic. We were calling each other bros and everything else. And first time I met the guy, I was referred to him, and I left, and then some days went by and I hadn't heard from him. I figured, okay, let me give him some time to get the part in. And then I heard from him. No, I actually didn't hear back from him. So then I was like, okay, it's been like 4 days. Let me go ahead and send him a message. And I was like, hey, buddy, just want to know when I can come in for this stuff that I ordered to get done. And he never hit me back. And before, it was good communication. And then he finally hits me back and says, I could hear it was something different in his voice. And he goes, hey man, I'm not going to be working again for like a month or two. I'm like, oh, what happened? And he goes, I won't really get into it, but just something happened with my son, and it's going to, so I'm going to give you my dad's number and you can reach out to him. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And I said, no problem. And what I told him, I said, hey man, I'm gonna be praying for you. So I don't know what it is, none of my business, but prayers are with you. He really appreciated that. So he gave me his dad's number, and I called the dad. He didn't respond, which I was like, man, okay, something's going on. Maybe he said he was really busy, so kept messaging him. Finally, I called him a couple times. The second time I called, he answered. His demeanor, his voice was down. So I told him, he said, look, come on in. I let him know who I was. I let him know that his son said he was going to take care of me. So he had me go down. Make a long story short, I go down to the shop, and I get down there, and I'm waiting for a while. Like, he's doing things in the computer. He's just being real slow, almost to an extent lethargic, just kind of doing things and whatever. And then I felt like I was standing there for like 10 minutes before he got up to help me. And he goes, hey man, and he goes, how can I help you? And I told him who I was, and he goes, okay, give me another second. 5 more minutes passed by, and then we went out to the car, and I was showing him what his son was going to do for me. And because I'm just anal about stuff, I want things done a certain way. When I buy something, I want it to be in tip-top condition. And so, and that, it was like a little cosmetic. Oh, I want this replaced and that replaced. So he goes, so we start talking. I said, hey man, he said he'll get the parts ordered. And as before we even got into anything as far as timeline and actually the part, I had to back up a little bit. He came out, looked at the car, and I said, hey, I just want to let you know, your son, he was talking about his son, and he said, I'm not really sure what my son was asking you. Can you run me through it? So I start telling him what we talked about, and then he goes back and says, I said, I know he said he's going to be out for a month or two, and it has something to do with his son. That's all I said to the dad. And the dad, he looked at me, he goes, yeah, it's my grandson. And what it is, they found, he's like, I don't know, maybe he's like 8 or 9 or maybe younger than that. They found a lump in his leg, which was cancerous, right? So they found cancer in his leg. And we started talking about that. And all of a sudden, it wasn't even about the Mercedes no more. We sat there and talked, man, probably for another 30 minutes. And during that conversation, I had shared with him the fact that we went through something very similar with my nephew. If you guys remember, I pulled it up right here. You guys remember this video right here with Elias. And Elias is my nephew who early this year, thought he hurt his arm. And he went in, thought, mom thought maybe it did something to his arm, went in and found out it was cancer, and they were going to cut down to the elbow. But during the time that they were trying to figure out, what to do, whatever else, they said it had spread, so they had to cut up to the shoulder. And so I was sharing that, and we had Elias on the show. For those of you guys don't remember that historic, that amazing interview, just because of what that young man means to me, it means to our family. As a matter of fact, if you go to my, if you go to my YouTube homepage, he's still, it doesn't show it on here, but he's the first video that pops up on my channel, and I left it that way because I always want people to see that story. I think it's, let me see if I go here with it show. It don't show it probably because I'm streaming live right now, but normally he was the first video that comes up on my YouTube channel. So we started talking, and make a long story short, this guy starts talking about his nephew, and I start talking about my nephew, his grandson. I start talking about my nephew, and he started talking about how money doesn't matter, how all the things in life that we think is valuable doesn't matter, and and he was talking about how it's not fair that this happened to it. I mean, it started hurting my heart, man. And he was like, here I am, an old man. He says, God could have gave me the cancer and not my grandson. And I mean, dude, it was such an emotional moment. And he broke down and started crying. And I got emotional, man. I can't lie. My eyes got all teared up, like watered up, and because you got a man that I don't barely even know talking about, and then it wasn't even about me being 6'8" or he being this or me not knowing him or the Mercedes or what I was there for. It was that I took time, and as I was leaving and I drove off, and he said, "Hey man, I'm gonna get everything." His demeanor was like, "Look, I'm gonna take care of you, whatever it is, my cost. I got you." And you know why he said that? Like he wasn't even gonna charge me. He says just everything's at my cost. Is because I showed him that I cared, and we started talking about, you know, things that really mattered in life. It wasn't about my stupid car or what I needed to be fixed or his business. He said it doesn't matter how much money you make. And I remember when I was back in the day when I was doing health and nutrition, and I met this. There's another story of a friend of mine. He's 6'4", and he's a police officer. He's retired now, but he was trying to make SWAT. He couldn't make SWAT because he was overweight. And at that time, I don't know if you guys ever remember, I was telling you, like, there was a time I was in the best shape of my life at like 44, better than when I played pro basketball. And this guy wanted to meet with me to talk about the things I was taking nutrition wise and what I'd done to drop like 60 pounds in like 2 months. Right? He was trying to figure out how I did that, and I was shredded. Right? And he was like, so we agreed to meet at Starbucks. And there was this package of nutrition I was going to present to him that he could buy, and I didn't really care what it was because it was all about helping him. But when we got to Starbucks, the first thing, here's the thing I always tell people, guys. The people want to know that you care more than they want to know what you know. And if you're a salesperson, if you're a person in any business, I don't know what half you guys' profession is, but if you're in business of selling or something to do with like customers and whether it's services or product, whatever, I'm going to give you a little secret that that will take your business beyond the moon, and will also allow you to have repeat business for years to come, right? And a lot of people always ask me, James, what did you do to have the success? How did you get in magazines? How did you get awards? How did you do this? How were you on some of the biggest stages and people requested you around the world? I'm gonna tell you. It's because number one is there's no better version of you than you. Right? That you are what makes you so amazing. You're the one in a million, right? So always be you. Never try to be anyone else. You can get information that maybe helps you tweak some things about yourself, tweak how you think about things, tweak, reading is good. And if you want to talk a little, whatever, but always be you, if that makes sense. And the second part about that is there's one of the most simplest questions in the world that you can ask somebody is probably one of the most profound questions when it comes to sales or offering services or whatever, product, service, whatever the case may be. And that is, it's a simple question, and that is, how are you? How are you? How are you? It's three words. How are you? And that changed my entire business life when I figured that out. Not only with cars, with my cell phone stores, with business, with networking, whatever the case may be, because when you say how are you and mean it, and I'm talking about sincerely, because I always say you can't be sincere and phony at the same time. People will always be able to tell a phony a mile away. I can, and I'm sure many of you can. So you can't be sincere and phony at the same time. So when you're sitting there asking someone, how are you? Learn how to stop, pause, and listen, because so many times we want to say things that we're excited about. But you have to realize in that moment, it's not even about you. If you really want to be successful in business, sales, whatever the case may be, learn to offer the solution that people really need, not the solution that you want people to have. Because a lot of times when we're in sales, is all our goals always come before the person's needs, right? I might have a quota. I might have there's a certain bonus I get if I sell this, or whatever the case may be. But if you're sincere in that question and you ask it and then you pause and learn how to add to that. So for an example, how are you? And the person, I'm doing great, man. Great. So how's everything at home? Everything's how? Oh, this is how's work? Da, 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 da. And you just find things that they say, key things. Well, this and that. And me and the wife, we're working, but it just seems like everything's so expensive. Well, let me ask you a question. If you could change something about that, what would you do? So everything's about them. How are you? What would you do different? Whatever. Just keep digging into that. And it's kind of like when I'm, having a bunch of sisters and being around daughters and stuff, you hear people talk all the time, even with my wife and some of her friends, but they'll go back and they'll say stuff like, hey girl, how are you? Girls do it all the time. How you doing, girl? And they be like, girl, man, I'm telling you, my mama this, her diabetes acting up. I ain't getting enough hours at work. I need to vacate. They'll tell you everything you need to know because women are more emotional, guys are more logical. And not that either side can have, because I've met some very logical and emotional women and logical and emotional guys. I think the key is to have both sides. I learned how to be very, very emotional the older I've gotten, because when I was coming up from the hard knocks, Brooklyn and everything else, and the streets and the hood and ghetto and fighting and all that stuff, it was always, logical, like, always watching out. Someone's trying to get you. And then over time, you soften up as a guy, and you start getting emotional. And maybe that changed a lot, should I say, when I started having kids. I started to learn how to love different. Just this little life and people, and part of that was the training I got from my mom. But the point I'm trying to make is when you ask that question, how are you? People will tell you all the pains that's going on in their life. You have to be really good at taking what I call mental notes. So when you ask the question, how are you? Great. How's your kids? How's your family? How's your job? How's your wife? How's this? How's that? You're sitting there listening to what they're saying, because the more you ask that question, the deeper down the rabbit hole they go. And they will actually start uncovering rocks or turning over rocks that you would have never gotten them to turn over if you just talk about yourself, right? But if you sincerely ask them, how are you? They'll tell you everything that's going on, what's going on pain-wise, what their issues are, if they're not making enough money, if they don't got enough time, if things are going on with their personal health, whatever the case may be. And then whatever it is that you can offer that person as a solution to whatever they need, meaning that it has to be the exact solution. I'm gonna give you an example. You walk up to a car lot, and I gave this analogy. You guys excuse my dogs. I think the installer got here for the stuff, and that's okay. My wife will handle it till I get done. But I gave my dog. They go crazy when people walk in the house. Sorry about that, guys. And so when you it's like walking to a car lot. I gave this analogy before, and you walk up, and let's say it's me. And back in the day when me and my wife were 6 years when they were younger, and I walk in, and then this guy's going, you got the slick back hair that's got all the gel in this, the slick back, overly tan salesman with a Hawaiian shirt on and a bunch of gel in his hair. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, buddy? Come on to the car lot. I got something for you, brother. I got this convertible Mercedes. You're gonna get all the girls in this. You're gonna get they're gonna be going crazy. And he's just selling, and he's selling, and he's selling. And what he's doing in my mind is he's throwing up. And so many times we do this in business. So many times we do this because we always have our own objective in mind. We always have our own goals, and we look at people as numbers rather than look at people as people in need. And so if that salesperson, a great salesperson, doesn't go up and throw up at the mouth and start making all these things that really could offend me, because if I love my wife and kids the way I do, and you're talking about women and I'm gonna get all the whole in the car, I don't want to hear that. If you'd have took the time to say, hello, sir, how are you? I'm doing great. What brings you in today, sir? And just listen and ask questions, and then just listen and ask questions and just listen. I'm gonna tell you exactly why I'm here. You're not going to offend me, and chances are I'm going to walk out with that 8-passenger SUV that I needed for my wife and kids, instead of you telling me how many girls I was going to get in a convertible Mercedes, a convertible Corvette. I give that analogy to say that's how we have to operate in life. Don't go, when sometimes you don't understand how amazing how are you, the question how are you can be in someone's life, or just showing somebody that you care, or hugging somebody's neck. And so it's funny, because when I first made up this thumbnail, what I was actually going to put is how I won big in loving people. But I thought, that might be a little too mushy. But that's literally what it is, because when people say, James, what do you do for a living? I would say I was in a hugging, kissing and hugging business, which just means I love connecting to people. And I would always, what's up, bro? How you doing? You do all that. You hug people, you hug, friends or whatever. And you just talk. And so going back to the story of the guy who was a police officer at the time, he's retired. And if he watches this story, I'm sure he's gonna love the story. His name is Curtis. I won't give all the information, but he's one of my good friends. And 6'4", built, swole brother, but at the time he got a little overweight. And we met at the Starbucks to talk about love wins, amen to that, queen. And so we met at the Starbucks to talk about what his need was. And so I said, Kurt, man, it's been a while since I saw him. I saw all his stuff about, being on the force, whatever. And so when I got the phone call, he was talking about, man, I'm trying to make SWAT. I can't make it because of my weight. What can you do? I said, let's meet up. So we got to the Starbucks, and I said, man, how are you? It's been a long time, man. Good to see you, brother. Miss you. And he said, oh man, miss you too, bro. So I said, what's been going on? Before we can talk about his weight, and I said, man, what's been going on with you, brother, all this time? Oh man, I was going through this and that. Oh really? And then I said, well, how did that work out? And next thing you know, by asking how and why and how and why and how are you, it got all the way down to the fact that he was going through some things in his relationship. He was married to this Latin lady, and come to find out, she was being abusive to him. This is a 6'4" guy that you would not want to mess with, being abused by his wife. And so we just kept going. I said, man, oh my God, what happened, bro? And we'd start talking, and I started digging deep and I wasn't looking for anything other than just being a loving friend. And all of a sudden it got down to the fact where he was saying his mom had just died, which I know Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson got me a job when I was younger. I did like graveyard shifts one time when I was young at was it Costco or something? It was because of her. And so he was like, my mom died. He started venting all this stuff. And before you know it, it's me at 6'8" and him at 6'4", 6'5". And he makes me look like, I was in the best shape of my life, but this brother was swole, like old boy, what's his name? Damon from Friday, but just had a belly, needed to lose a belly, but muscular with the belly and needed to lose a belly. And, next thing you know, man, he's in Starbucks crying because of all the painful things he was telling me. And I got emotional as well. So he's crying. I'm fighting back tears, eyes watered up. And so we're sitting in the middle of Starbucks and people are looking at us all crazy. But we were zoned out. Like when you're in a basketball game, man, and you just can't, or like when I was on the stage acting, you just can't see the audience. You can't see, you don't care because you're so locked into this person or this situation. And, the crazy thing about that story is speed it up because I do want to get to some other things with crypto, is that when we were done with that, I got up, I hugged his neck, we left, and while I was in the car and I was just trying to kind of get my emotions back right, and he took off, and I got a phone call, and he said, man, Jay, first of all, man, thank you so much, love you, bro, appreciate you being there for me, that means the world to me, I needed that. And he said, we sat there for 45 minutes and I never even talked about my weight problem and what I need to do. He said, can you just, whatever it is, man, just tell me what I need to do and I'll do it. And the point of that story is that at that point, he didn't care what it would cost him. It didn't even matter because he realized in that moment that I loved him, that I cared about him. And it wasn't about me. It wasn't about what I thought he needed for, his life or selling him something. He realized at that point that I cared. And it goes back to what I was saying is people want to know that you care more than they want to know what you know. Just like the guy at the Mercedes dealership, just like so many other incredible stories, and just like those of you guys who are here today, because I think you guys, our relationship between you and I is exactly that. You guys know that I care, and I feel you want to know that I care more than you want to know what I know, and that's what makes a phenomenal family. That's what creates lifetime relationships, and I can see that with some of you guys who are new, some of you guys have been around, and some of you guys like JC and many others that we've been going from day one. So I just want to take this time to say that this show is really about you, the giving, the heart of Kenny G, the support of Big Watch Dude, Karma Carmichael, Queen, Marvin Davis, Andrew T, who else is here? Anthony Wanner. Anthony Wanner, man, just always sending me messages, always this and that, just always connected and hooked in. Miss J Kills, you could be anywhere, you and your husband always showing up and showing your love. You're also a Gold Star member. Just crazy, man. I'll be honest with you, I feel so fortunate and so blessed. And I know you guys, well, Jay, you always do that because that's just how I'm built. I'm a big hugging, kissing and hugging dude. I'm a big lover of people. I've been doing it my whole life. It's the only thing that I attribute my success to. And this show was not intended to how I won big. Don't even matter. No, nobody cares about how big you won. The part of the show is the highlighted part of the thumbnail, which is helping people. And I hope you guys got that. It's not how I won big. It's how I won big, helping others win big. That's the key to this whole scenario. And that's why when I look at you guys and I talk to you guys about winning, about being wealthy and about being millionaires and all that, I feel fortunate that you chose me to be a part of your journey in the evolution of money and what this is going to do for you and your family. Shouts out to Always One Away, Big Watch Dude, Karma Carmichael, Anthony Wanner. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing, man. Hope I got everybody. I got Queen. I got everybody. I think Miss J Kills, Big Bro 10, Nest Force, Crypto Trouble, all you guys. So I appreciate you guys. Let's get into what's up, Crypto Tells, my brother. What's up, fam? Working and lurking. That's what you be doing. That boy be lurking and working, always busting bars. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get right into this thing. So I hope you guys appreciate the sentiment of this thumbnail. A lot of times we get on, we want to talk about this, and we want to talk about Gary Gensler, we want to talk about this and that. And I just want you guys to always remember what, because, you know, sometimes I see people go, man, we should have more than 14 or 15 or 20 views or whatever. Man, look, I'd rather have 14 people that I love and that love me than 1,400 that I don't even know, or that be hating or sitting there shilling or doing scams, whatever the case may be. So for me, man, this is therapy. This is love. This is family. Just like I get up and I hug and kiss my wife, just like I get up and hug and kiss my dogs, I get up and hug and kiss my family virtually through this show. So appreciate you guys, and I just want you guys to know that I'm with you. You're with me. You mean the world to me. Even when I'm not on this show, I think about you guys. So that's the difference in what you get here at Crypto for Life and Six8Jay. And it's not just words. Go back to my social media. Go back to my Facebook. Go back to my Instagram. Look at the work that we've done. Look at the things I've done for 25 years. You can even Google, things like, James McFadden this, James McFadden that. And if you didn't know what the other thing was, like James McFadden, Ambit, James McFadden Zija, James McFadden this and that. I've been doing it, and I'm not saying that to impress you, just to say it's consistently been who I am, what I stood for, what I am, why I've gotten into different things like various businesses or networking or whatever the case may be, is because I love helping people win, and I try to find every platform that I could in order to do that. And then when you're sincere and you're really good at it, so you can fake a lot of things, but you can't fake awards, you can't fake magazines, you can't fake articles, you can't fake other multimillionaires talking about you. So I say it humbly, I say it gracefully, that I like surrounding myself with the same type of people. When I look up at this family here, and I look at some of the things that you guys do and the comments that you guys make, I realize that I'm continuously being blessed by having the right people around me, and that's all that matters. It's not those who aren't here, it's those who are here that matter. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys in a major way. I like what Ash Crypto said here. He said, people who succeed big don't have any more talent than you do. Wow. Bars, right? Watch what he says. He says, what makes the difference is consistently staying motivated, hard work, never giving up. I'm going to add one more, loving people. Good Lord. There's only one thing I can do to that. I got to play Tails. Tails! Let them know how we feel. Woo!
Hey, look, 4 years and it's still no cheers. If fear selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is in illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moon in? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing.
One of the coolest brothers on the planet. One of the coolest brothers ever. One of those guys that stayed locked in with me from day one. One of my day ones. Sly Fox. One of my day ones, Sly Fox. I appreciate you, my brother. That's one of my guys from the jungle, boy. When I say from where we're from, it's the jungle. And to continue to see this brother win on a major level is a blessing in itself. So I appreciate you. Much love to my boy Sly Fox in the house. Just in, U.S. congressmen and senators urge regulators not to enforce policy that would disincentivize trusted custodians from holding Bitcoin and crypto. So I guess they're trying to say, hey, we want to invest too. I mean, it's got to be a fine line, because if that's what it means, like, it's not the investing part, it's the manipulation part, I'm just saying, accidentally. I'd like to know what's going on with the guy who filed that BlackRock XRP deal for $500. I would like to know what happens to him, because, guys, if that's not manipulation at its all-time, it's just, oh my, when Edo Farida kind of explained to me how that worked, and he says, think about that guy posting that, and then XRP jumping to 74 cents, and then this guy putting out a long position in that. I mean, he said the guy could have potentially made $1 million or so. I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, that's just... So, we definitely need somebody to come in here and clean house. Is it Gary Gensler? I would say no, because he don't, if you don't do things the right way, I don't think people trust you anymore. I definitely don't. BTC price moving, so I keep refreshing to see if there is Bitcoin news. Does someone know what's going on? This bear's divergence has me cautious of a fake out. It's very possible. Now, if you go over to, I'm not going to say, Jay, don't do it again. But I got to let you guys know, if you go over here to my boy, I got to put him out here, man, because that boy he be on point. Where is it? Right here. Sometimes if you want to get humble, sometimes if you want to bring yourself back off the cloud of hype, go over here to Crypto Savvy One. He'll put you back in place. Crypto Savvy One let you know. He's like, look, man, he says, just took its last breath, in my honest opinion. So he's like, hey, he thinks Solana's about to fall into a thing here. He's got BTC. Hey, y'all think it's going, lower high, low, lower lows coming. Crypto Savvy One will put you in your place quick. He'll remind you what might happen. He even got it here with XRP. He goes, these poor people. I mean, so if you ever want to you're ever feeling super bullish, you want to get humbled a little bit and come back down to reality a little bit, go to Crypto Savvy One. He'll keep you humbled. I'm not saying that I agree with everything, but dang it, I'm just telling you, that brother will keep you humble. And I think you got to be that way because, a lot of times you look at these influencers and there's some of them that literally have just start to get, like they've been getting on my nerves to the point where I can't even, like I used to share some of their content and I'm thinking, okay, this is a little too much. Like, it's one thing to be like bullish on XRP and I want to see a $1,000 or $100 XRP. I want to see a $10 XRP, but, don't overdo it. Don't lead people down a road of just where they're going off the cliff. I mean, that's what makes that's why I have so many people ready to jump off the damn building, huh? Lots of love. Savvy ain't playing. You ain't laying. Savvy is a beast. Savvy is a beast. And, I gotta respect Savvy because everything this dude's been spitting bar-wise as far as the game has always been on point. I'm telling you, bro. Like, if you go back and look at his videos back in 2021, when everybody's like, hallelujah, and they were going all crazy, and it was 68, he was saying, man, I'm telling you, watch what happens when 60 hits, watch what happens when 40 hits, watch 50 hits, watch what happens when 40. And people say, this dude crazy. He does that. And then when it started happening, everybody had him on the show. I'm telling you, it's a great example of how quick people can turn on you. At that moment, Miss Teen Crypto, BitBoy, everybody had Crypto Savvy. I don't know if you guys remember this, Sly. Queen Andrew T, Miss J Kill, everybody had Crypto Savvy on the damn show when he was calling out and it started going down. Because first they said he was crazy. Oh, this dude's crazy. His TA's crazy. And his channel ended up blowing up because 50 came, 60 came, 50 came, 40 came, 30 came, 20 came, 15 came, and everybody had them. They were like, Crypto Savvy, Crypto Savvy. And as soon as that thing started pumping up, everybody turned on him. And here's the funny thing about it is that when you listen to what he said, he goes, look, guys, we can get back up to 30-something thousand. We might even spike up to 40,000. Go back and look at his TI. I'm telling you, it's in the charts. He tells you. And then all of a sudden, bada boom, bada bing. And there's so many people saying the same thing. Edo Freena the other day said, man, don't be surprised if you see a 40 cents or 30 cents XRP. Because you don't control... Don't lose sight of all the things that are out there. Yeah, there's a lot of bullish narratives, but if you go back, there's some stuff that I saw on Twitter. Well, Kevin O'Leary, what is it? He just said, let's see if I can find it. It was just an article that came out with him. Was it Kevin O'Leary or something like that? Right, something like that. Yeah, this dude, it was just something that came on. He said, man, he don't think a spot Bitcoin ETF might not happen for. They keep messing around for. Right, was it here? Where's it at? There was one that he was coming out saying, hey, we may not see a, good Lord, why does Kevin O'Leary got a lot to do with marijuana? It's like, I put Kevin O'Leary and all I'm seeing is weed. Did somebody on Shark Tank come out with a new strand of Indo? Lord, it's like, we got some Indo. I mean, like, I put Kevin O'Leary and I'm getting Indo. What the hell's going on? Outdoor Indo, something neat. Like, what the hell? Sheesh. Is that brother tied into cannabis or something? What the hell's going on? Anyways, I saw this thing that came in, and it said that he was saying that he don't believe a Bitcoin ETF is going to get approved until like maybe the next 12 to 18 months. And we, like I said, we just don't know. You got to look at all the different narratives. I know it sounds bullish, but but then there's also other things that I've been reading with Kathy Woods with ARK Investment saying she feels like Gary Gensler has a hidden agenda. Is what she called it. She called a political objective in what he's doing and what he's not. So I'm just telling you guys, like, don't get so caught up where because it's kind of like who was saying that the other day where they were saying you got Michael Saylor. I mean, Michael Saylor. Look at Michael Saylor. I'm gonna give you an idea. Look at Michael Saylor. I'm just give you an idea, guys. Michael said, "Now watch this dude's thing. Look how bullish. I mean, when this is all you're seeing from him and Kathy Wood. Look at it, a Bitcoin, a ring, everything is just so extreme with him. Bitcoin robot, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that, Bitcoin. I mean, the Bitcoin train. And look, I share a lot of this stuff, and I've shared a lot of this stuff because I do believe Bitcoin is it. I really do. And I mean, I'm not saying it's the only it, but I do think Bitcoin's going to keep doing this thing. And it's going to make a lot of people wealthy now. But I think there's altcoins that could even do it faster and bigger because of where the price points are at. Now, let's get that clear. However, when you start seeing people like Michael Saylor and ARK Investments and now people who were hating, Bitcoin ain't nothing. It ain't Chicago. That was months ago, and all of a sudden they come back. Bitcoin will save the world. I love Bitcoin. I mean, Larry Fink, to name a few. And when we start seeing everyone on that bullish narrative, then Bitcoin ETFs. What happens if it does get put out 12 to 18? What if they keep putting this thing? And I'm not saying they are, but what if they keep doing that? And all of a sudden, the next big three. You ever hear of the big three? The first big three was what? Luna, Celsius, Luna, and FTT, FTX, and the next big three, in my opinion, is Binance, Tether, and ETHgate. So I'm just saying, be careful, guys. And there's a lot of people feel like that we could still have a black swan event. We could still have a recession. So I'm at the point right now where I'm telling people, and I'm like, just Six8Jay, you're confusing us. 1 minute you're excited, 1 minute you're not. I'm not trying to confuse nothing. What I'm saying is my 5 steps always apply. Strategic, plan, do your own research, screw the emotions, just keep them out of anything you're doing with investing. Learn when to take profit, and don't fall in love with anything, and be able to be able to restructure your portfolio. I'm sticking to that because where I'm at is where I'm at. If we go up, man, I'm like, boom, I got a plan. Doesn't change my plan. If we go down, it doesn't change nothing other than I'm ready to buy some more. That's it. You see how simple that is? That's why I can sleep at night. I'm not trying to time tops. I'm not trying to time bottoms. And I realize there's a huge political scandal that we've been dealing with. Financial slavery is real. Keeping people in that, keeping people enslaved is real. The matrix is real. Operation Choke Point 2.0 is real. Not trying to kill crypto, but trying to control it. Like Stephen Naroth, ETHgate is real. All the stuff that's going on with them in China and Prometheum and that's all real. Jay Clayton and their scamful, the scamful, corrupted SEC, that's real. Believe that. That's real. Trying to hurt the people, not help the people, that's real. All the stuff that's going around, you mix that in with the economy and real estate and groceries and cost of living and credit card debt and foreclosure. I mean, come on, man. You just figure it out for yourself. You don't need to get on YouTube to figure that out. I'm here as a messenger to say, hey, we are the world. We are the children. Let me stop. Good Lord. We're all adults, guys. Pay attention. That's all I got to say. Pay attention. Attention. Okay, let's keep it going. BTC price moving. Okay, I went through that. It seems like there's a major crypto exchange that has relisted XRP. I think I saw it down here somewhere else. I relisted. I talked about who that was. It says, if you have more money in crypto than you have in your bank account, welcome to the 1% of insane yet wise investors. You're insane, but you're wise. I'm just saying, not financial advice. You got to figure that one out on your own. When you realize how big BlackRock is and how much they literally run America, it's right here. Good Lord. They got their hands in everything. Huh? Sheesh. Uber. Just in the 4th largest bank in Germany, Commerzbank granted Bitcoin and crypto custody license. Got to love it. Stephen Naroth putting this dude on blast. He's coming out with some stuff. Vitalik slept on my couch and stole all my ideas. They ain't nothing. That's what Stephen Naroth says. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you click that. You can get the story by clicking on this right here. See, boom, click it, and boom, you get the story. So if you care about that, make sure you guys check it out. E-Grad Crypto with a lot of bullish narratives as far as with crypto, guys. Judge rejects Binance US and SEC's request for privacy in their legal case. Uh-oh. That means there ain't going to be no privacy. They reject it. Like anything you got to say, you can say to the damn people. It's all coming out right here. Judge rejects Binance. So if you want to click it, click right here. It's the full story. Click right here and get the full story. I'm not going to go over it because I'm 51 minutes into it, and I got an installer here ready to put up our surround sounds upstairs, downstairs, left, that, and I got a lot of stuff to do. So I got to make this thing short. But if you guys want to, I think that's an interesting read. Judge says, hell no, we ain't keeping nothing private. It won't put y'all all on blast. Scandalous son of a guns. Let me stop. Not entirely surprising, the SEC has delayed a decision on Hashdaq's application for a spot Bitcoin ETF. In another filing today, the SEC also delayed action on Grayscale's attempt to launch an Ethereum futures ETF. Delay. What did Kathy Wood say? There's a political objective here. You damn straight. Let me go back and show some love to my family before we get out of here. Gmail Brown, my brother. Gmail Brown says 33, my day one. What? Who's 33? Gmail Brown 33? Gmail Brown, you 33 years old today? Oh, Gmail Brown. Oh, it says Gmail Brown 33. Okay, my day one. That's your homeboy. I thought it was his birthday. I said, damn, Gmail, you 33? That's young. Savvy is bullish on what? On the dollar. Savvy. Savvy, like he's a special kind of character. Queen, Big Bro Tim says, got it. Andrew T says, Savvy also said we may see a 4 cents XRP in the street today. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, hey, it's just hard to doubt someone who's always been right. And if it is, hey, that would suck butt, but I'm ready to buy more. There you go. So, like I said, I don't agree with everything Crypto Savvy says, Andrew T. I told you that. I don't agree with everything. XRP to the moon. You damn straight, Miss J Kills. You damn straight. I'm with you on that one. I believe more of that than 4 cents XRP. The boy lost his mind a little bit. I used to smoke like a pulp wood truck. you sound like a Cheech and Chong back in. Remember that movie was Keep on Knocking But You Can't Come In? Remember that when they were in that car and it was all smoke and the police I think they got pulled over by the police and the police hit the window and there was like famous thing, they wrote on the window, smoke was coming. I said, keep on knocking but you can't come in. That was funny as hell. Remember that? What was that, Cheech and Chong? I can't remember the name of the movie. It was funny though. Invested in ARK. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. What's up, Miss J Kills? Is what Crypto Tail shouting out. Anthony Werner says, I'm glad for your balanced perspective from you, 6-8. You aren't one way or the other. Pretty much every other influencer gets on my nerves. Yeah, I agree with you that, Anthony Werner. Shouts out my brother. I try to keep it real, man. I'm you. Here's a funny thing, is that the reason I am how I am is because I am you. I don't try to be nothing I'm not. I'm not going to sacrifice integrity for growth. It is what it is. I've made mistakes. I started off with, minimum amounts of money when I started this thing in 2017. I've had good days and bad days, and what it did is just help shape me into not the person I am, because that's been years. That's why I always tried. Like I was telling somebody, the guy at the event yesterday I went to, like, man, I'm not like these influencers. Some of these guys, one of the guys I met was around when they just launched Ethereum at this thing I was at yesterday. I was like, dang, you've been around since that? I mean, it was crazy to sit there and meet somebody that old school. He'd been around from day one. I mean, like one of the first ones in Monero and all. I was like, good Lord, old school cat. And I told him, I said, we were talking about influencers, and I said, the thing for me is I'm not an influencer trying to be popular, and I guess if that was the case, I would spend a bunch of money in advertising and get myself out there. I've already lived my best life, and I'm just trying to bring that over to crypto and share that and share the things that I've gone through with people that may help them not make as many mistakes that I've made in business or crypto or life or relationship, whatever it may be. We're here, we're family. I'm Big Bro. Big Bro gonna show, that's what big bros do. That's what family does. Thank you so much, Andrew T. Thank you so much, Anthony Wanner. Sly Fox says, humility is the key. My brother. Much love to my boy, Sly Fox. Emphasize until 19... I'm sorry. Unfazed until 19 KBT. You see it coming? Long on BTC 616. Dang, Queen. You killing it. Queen smart. Queen is smart. What's good, bro? Much love. Much love to you, Sly. My brother. Queen, amen. Real talk, Carmichael. Facts, Queen. Queen says facts. Big Watch said, Anthony Wayne, Big Watch. It's funny you mentioned that. I saw the fishing frenzy boat docked here by us. All right, guys, I'm about to get out of here. I hear my dogs going, and my wife probably wants me to come out there and tell this guy where everything's going. So, hey, man, not a whole lot on crypto. More about love, more about people. That's what got me where I'm at today. Is not being some super duper uber star. It's focusing on what I was good at, embracing who I was, learning how to love me, and learning how to put people first. That's the message for the day. I appreciate you guys. You don't got to be perfect. You just got to be great at being the best version of you. That's all I ever ask. That's all anyone should ever ask from you. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Much love. Ball or not. I appreciate your integrity. Thank you so much, my man. It means the world to me. You guys all mean the world to me. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you guys, Mayana. I got some people out here waiting for me. It's your boy James, a.k.a. 6-8Jay, your brother. Until next time, peace.